Hi Libra, I hope you're all really well. Thanks for stopping by and subscribing and liking and sharing and everything else. Thank you. Just a couple of words before we start. This is May 2016. This is also just a general reading. It might not apply to all of you. Please check out your rising sign and your moon sign as well for clarity. If you would like one of the Vimeo video extra psychic messages, they're down below or listed down below, and this month I've just concentrated on love. I was guided to, so they're love messages, extra psychic messages for this month. And also, but if you'd like a personal reading from me, please click upon the link in the corner. That'll take you through to the website. There's loads of different prices there, loads of different kinds of readings, so get yourself booked in. I'd love to do one for you. Right, let's get on with this reading. Let's move out can't get hold of you. Let's move out the Seven of Swords. Let's start off with the current position, which is completely Libra. It's the Queen of Swords. So you are very, very much in your head around the beginning of the month. You may also feel you may feel a little hard done to around the beginning of the month with the Queen of Swords. She's somebody who usually has got, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, the Queen of Swords can apply to both, but she is Libra. Sometimes there's some sort of betrayal there with the Queen of Swords, so as she goes through her life she gets very there's not an awful lot of trust there sometimes with her. Sometimes there's a little bit of sorrow there, but at the same time she's learnt not to take any BS from anybody. She knows exactly what the truth is. She knows what's in her mind. She's very clear thinking. There's a lot of clarity there with her. So you might not be feeling particularly spiritual at the beginning of the month. This is just all about having clarity every day as you're doing everyday things, thinking with your mind as things are going on, concentrating on work, concentrating on family, concentrating on relationships, and just being very determined, focused on what you're doing. It's crossed by the Seven of Swords. So I did say the Queen of Swords can sometimes be a little bit distrustful of other people. And in this case, for some of you, you feel like there is somebody around you that is distrustful, that you don't trust fully. There's something a little bit off. There's something, and it could be a situation, it could be a work situation that's going on, or something to do with your family where you just feel something is off. There's some sort of deception going on for some of you, and maybe that's why you're being your complete Queen of Swords at the moment, because you're trying to work it out. You're trying to get to the bottom of something that somebody said or a situation that you're involved in. And as I say, work, family, relationships, there is a situation there that you're trying to, something's wrong, you're just trying to put your finger on it. You can't quite, there's just this feeling of deception there for some of you. For others of you, it's working out a little bit different, because it always goes two ways for me, this card. For others, it's you're regaining confidence, you're regaining trust within yourself, which again would go well with the Queen of Swords. So you're regaining trust within yourself, you're regaining clarity. Maybe you felt a little bit out of balance lately, but you're regaining all of that, and it's like your power's coming back to you. So it's not necessarily somebody around you being distrustful, but for some of you there is a deception there that you're trying to figure out. For others of you, you're just more focused than you usually are. You're happier within yourself, you're more balanced within yourself, and there's a clarity there. There's a self-confidence coming in. If you've had a lack of self-esteem, or you've felt a bit off lately, you're going to feel sort of powerful again. You're very aware of what's going on around you. There is Mercury retrograde, there is a load of retrogrades going on. You're very aware that there are delays, there are setbacks. You're taking it all in your stride. You're calm and collected about things. And that's a good feeling. For those of you who are knowing or thinking there's something not quite right around you, you are very probably right, especially teamed up with the Queen of Swords. You're right about it. It's now your job to figure out what that is, or how that's affecting you, or why it's affecting you, and what the consequences of that are. Something is going on that you can't quite put your finger on. Some of you are trying to escape from something, either a job or a situation or a partnership, and you don't know how to get out of it. So you're thinking and you're focusing on how to do that. Card just in the past is the Ten of Wands. So there's this feeling over the past couple of weeks of you've just had too much on, you've got too much going on, you're thinking so deeply about things that it's almost been all encompassing, and you can be deliberately thinking about something, or deliberately doing something for somebody else, or deliberately focusing on something, but it also could be that it's just that, like, you know, things are just have been a lot busier than they usually have. There's a lot of unawareness around you. You're becoming aware of problems in your life. You're aware of the burdens that you carry around with you, whether they be physical or emotional, health-wise, emotional-wise. You've become aware of all that, which is actually a good thing if you're aware of it, because when you're aware of it, you can then start saying, well, that bit of baggage that I'm carrying around is actually somebody else's bit of baggage, and I don't need to do that. And you can set it down, and you can start to lighten the load as that happens, as you become aware of things. But I suppose you have to become overburdened. You have to become aware like that in order to be able to face the problem and put things down and put baggage down. So some of you have become aware at work recently that you're just doing too much. Everyone's piling their work up onto you, and it's not fair. Somebody deceptively also, for some of you, is actually doing that, and they know damn well what they're doing. Maybe they're trying to get you to slip up in some way by just putting all this responsibility on you, but you're aware of it. You're trying to figure out why or how or whatever, but it's something that once you're aware of, then you can actually deal with the problem, and it's a lot easier. For others of you, it's a relationship where your relationship is just being tested. They're pushing your buttons, they're triggering you, they're asking you to do things that they're quite capable of doing themselves. So you're taking on the responsibility of extra burdens. For some of you, you're looking after elderly parents, or you're looking after, you know, you're in a caring role, and you're thinking, why am I having to take this on? Because actually, you know, my elderly parents are not quite as weak as they make themselves out to be, and yet they're putting on me. They're taking advantage of your kindness. They're taking advantage of your generosity because they know that you'll do it. So there are certain instances here where you're just overburdened with stuff, but you become aware of it, and you know that you've got to set things down. Some things have got to be put down. Really nice card in your conscious position. Obviously, you're thinking about partnerships, you're thinking about love, you're thinking about union, you're thinking about being with somebody else. This could also be a deep friendship developing that you're thinking about, where you're just very good friends with somebody, you know, and you talk to each other every day and that sort of thing. It could also be a business partnership that you're thinking of, or working closely with somebody else on a project that's coming up for you, and you're thinking about that a lot as well. Now, maybe this partnership, whatever it is bringing a lot of burdens. Maybe this partnership is the one you're thinking of, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, there's too much going on here, I need to set down some baggage. But you are thinking about it. Maybe for some of you, you're thinking about a partnership that has broken up, or is not there anymore, or there's been an argument, and you're wishing and hoping and wanting things to come back together and come back as a whole. as well. And you're actually, your conscious and your subconscious are having a complete fight with one another, because we've got the Five of Cups here in your subconscious position. So you're thinking wonderful, beautiful, fantastic, successful things with the Two of Cups, and coming together with somebody and starting a project or starting new work, going forward with somebody in one way or another. You're wanting that, or a coming back together of things. And at the same time, in your subconscious, you're tending to focus on the things, the burdens that are in your life, the things that are going on in your life that you're not happy with. Maybe you're focusing on the deception that you think may be going on within some sort of partnership, a work partnership, a family partnership, a relationship partnership. For some of you, that's the duality of these two. On the one hand, it's a very close friendship that's being there, but you're focusing on the fact that you know something's wrong. You know there's a deception there somewhere. You can't figure it out though. And that's what you're trying to figure out. And you end up focusing subconsciously as well on the things that are not going right for you. So try and balance that out. Try and get that balanced out for you, because there are really good things coming around for you during the month. This is a glitch that's going on. You've got the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a nice, beautiful, emotional offer that is coming from somebody. Now, it could be you giving an offer to somebody else. So it's, hey, let's go and start that project together. Let's go and start that business together. Let's get into a relationship together. But at the same time, it could be somebody coming to you and doing the same thing, offering all of that to you. And you're trying to figure out what the story is here with that, for some of you. For others of you, you're fine, because actually you found your self-confidence and you're very good with this, and it's fine, and you haven't got a problem within whatever this relationship is, and you're like, yeah, brilliant, let's go for it, let's move forward together. But for others of you, there is something's not quite right here. What's going on? Maybe this person is being a little bit too nice for your liking. You're not quite sure. They don't usually act like this. They're acting out of character for them. But this offer is coming through for you. So you're trying to weigh up some of the pros and cons within whatever this dynamic is that's coming through, the advantages, the disadvantages to it. I actually don't think, I'm very sure that you haven't done anything wrong to cause this deception. You haven't done anything wrong, because you've been thinking about this very carefully. You haven't done anything wrong. You're sort of pretty much in the clear with things. But there's still, for some of you, there's some sort of seed of doubt, and you just really want to figure it out and get to the bottom of what that is. Obviously, the Ace of Cups can be a water sign. So it could be that there's a water sign involved. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or they've got it in the rising sign or the moon sign. Something's not quite right, but they're either you're offering them something or they're offering you something, and then it's up to you to decide what you're actually going to do with that offer, and whether your mind is playing tricks on you and there's no deception there whatsoever, or there is something there, in which case you need to get to the bottom of it and you need to figure it out and find out what it is before you accept this cup of emotion. Because this cup of emotion is going to make you feel good. It's just what you've been waiting for. It's just what you've been wanting. It's just what you've been working towards. But on another, there's two levels going on here. On the one hand, you want it. On the other hand, there's something that's not quite gelling with it. So be very aware and very clear thinking. We know we've got the Queen of Cups at the beginning, so you're not taking any BS from anybody, and you will figure it out. And you will get through successfully with that. Your overall advice, actually, for the whole of the reading is stop bloody worrying. Stop it. Don't worry about things quite as much as maybe you are doing, because everything will work out fine. Everything will work out the way you want it to work out. And maybe for some of you, you are just over worrying a little bit too much. Maybe you're making too much of something. You know, especially if you're in that position where you know something's happened, or you know there's a deception somewhere and you're trying to figure it out. Don't try. There's a simple answer to it. There's a really simple answer to it, and maybe it's right under your nose and you're not seeing it. There'll be an aha moment during the month where it just clicks and it's okay and it figures things out. I actually feel that this cup of love that's offered, this partnership, whatever this is that is offered, you will accept it. You're not going to turn it down because of the doubts that you've got in your head. Even though you want to work it out, it's going to be just like, yeah, let's carry on with this and let's see where it goes. But at the same time, I'm watching you. I'm trying to figure it out at the same time. Because you're very aware. So at the same time that all of this is going on during the month for you, there's this card of the Nine of Cups, which says, be positive, be beautiful. Know that you are almost into a new cycle now. So whatever this situation is, this conundrum, whatever it is, there is an outcome to it. And it's a good outcome to it. So although you're trying to figure things out, don't let it drive you too crazy. Trying to work it out is I think what we're trying to say with they're trying to tell me with the Nine of Cups coming through, because there's a lot of happiness there during the month as well. There's an awful lot of happiness there. There's happy moments during the month for you. And this also speaks of your money should go up through the month, or you should get some sort of surprise amount of money through that you weren't expecting. Somebody jumps in and comes to your rescue. It's also a successful card, a card of victory. So again, whatever this conflict is that's going on within you, or you know is going on, or you know there's something going on with a situation or a person around you, it is something that's going to come out successfully in your favour. And as I say, I don't think it's not like you're not going to go for the offer, or you're not going to go for the relationship. You're not going to that you're going to step away from things. It's just you knowing that, yeah, something's going on here, but I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to work it out. But it feels like you will see what it is. You will work out what it is and make decisions from there. But it's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as deceptive as you think it is. It's somebody, I almost feel like it's somebody doing something for their own reasons within a situation or some sort of relationship that you couldn't see before. Because the Nine of Cups brings security. So it brings you feelings of security. It brings you feelings of happiness. It brings you feelings of self-worth and confidence. And these are the energies that you need to embrace during the month. We've got the Ten of Swords. So this is very telling. This is people and situations around you. Now, not every single person and not every single situation, but probably where's my card gone? Probably this person here who you think is there's something a bit dodgy going on here, or a situation that's going on that you're not quite sure of. And as I say, it won't be for everybody. Well, this person that you know, there's something not quite right, or the situation, this actual person here, there's somebody around you, feels completely stabbed in the back, is feeling... For some of you, I actually want to say they feel like you've done something wrong and they're blaming you for it. But in actual fact, you haven't done anything wrong. You've been completely open, honest, above board with everything that you've done, and yet they're blaming you for something. When in actual fact, they brought it upon themselves. It was their own fault to start with, and they brought it upon themselves. But for some reason, they're blaming you. for it. It's like, well, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you warn me? Why am I having to go through all of this now? But that's what you've been doing all along. You've always been that. You've been there for them. You've been above board with everything, and they're feeling it. They're feeling stabbed in the back. For others of you, this is not the situation. It's a different situation. It's somebody around you who is going through some crap, basically. They're going through a bad time. They're not very happy. They may be having a run of bad luck. They could have just lost their job, or they could have just broken up with someone, or they're going through a divorce, or something's happened within their family. There's been a split up of some sort. This friend, this person, whoever this is, and again, I actually do feel like it's somebody, there's a partnership there of some sort with them. So maybe the person that you're working with, setting up a project with, all the rest of it, they're going through a bad spell, and it's nothing to do with deception. It's nothing to do with anything else. They're just going through problems and anxieties. They're going through a bad time with this. So you're not actually, in this case, you wouldn't be getting the blame for it. But at the same, even at the same time, though, it's one of those situations you could probably look at from the outside and look in on, and sort of think to yourself, well, it was brought on themselves. It was something that they didn't see coming, but maybe you saw it coming. There has to be, they've got some sort of ending coming to them, whatever that ending is for them. Like I say, loss of a relationship, loss of job, loss of something. And it might be even emotionally, spiritually, mentally, it might be some sort of clearing of the way for them, where suddenly they see the light, where suddenly things look clear to them. Things look clear in a way to them that they never were able to see it before. And with that comes, probably, they may find out that their partner has been cheating on them, or they may find out that, they were top of the list to lose that job, something along those lines, and suddenly they see that clearly, and they're really not happy about that, because then they feel cheated, they feel stabbed in the back. There's only a few of you that they're blaming you for. In other cases, this is something where they're just like, wow, why did I not see this coming? How could I not? And yet everybody around them, or you, could probably see it coming, but they couldn't. They're too close to the situation, they're too close to it, but they step back and they go, whoa, what's going on here? They see things without illusion. Everything becomes clear to them. It's a complete new revelation to them. But when that happens, then there is also the chance for healing for them when that happens. When things go wrong in somebody else's life like that, you can be there to support them and help them grow, and be a comfort or a support to them, and you can see them transform from what to them may be a complete disaster. You will see them transform and grow from that. There's a focus there for them on, oh my God, what on earth is this? It's a climax, but they come out and they think more clearly from it. So that is somebody around you, so watch out for that this month. We've got the Faith card, which is the Hierophant in other situations. The Faith card stands for union, it stands for marriage, it stands for organised things going on. So maybe you're going to, and this is your hopes and fears, so maybe you're afraid that this union wasn't going to come around, or this project or this job or things, but it is, because there is a coming together here, a joining together of things here as well. Commitments coming together, blessings coming to you, your guides and angels looking after you completely during the month. For some of you, there could be marriage proposals or engagements, something like that coming around, especially with this Ace of Cups. And again, for some of you, it might be a bit dodgy. Something might be coming around that somebody's asking you that's a bit, and you think, okay, I'll go with this at the moment, but I need to find out what's going on with it. For others of you, there could be a focus on family, there could be a focus on learning something or teaching something within your job or with children even, and creating, you are trying to create a balance and a harmony between you and your friends, between you and family, between you and your job, finding that balance in between and coming out and making progress with that, actually finding a middle ground with that. For any of you that are thinking something's wrong around you in a relationship, you will find the harmony in that. Once you see things clearly, you will be able to find the balance within it. And that brings change. That brings things that are really good around for you. It gives you a new freedom on things when that comes around. And the final card is the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups to me speaks of transformation, emotional transformation. Well, emotional, a transformation, a coming out of the water and stepping onto dry land, of knowing that things turn out all right. Getting more spiritual about things, feeling, so as the month goes on, you will think less, you will be thinking less, because you will have figured something out and decided how to go forward on it, and then you will start to grow spiritually more, because you'll be able to move back into your heart chakra and your feelings more with what's coming around for you, which also brings a lot of happiness as well. Don't be worried about material things. Don't get caught up in material things. If there is some sort of extra money coming through this month, I think, for May, I don't think you have too much to worry about in regards to money. And yeah, there's an increase. There's an increase in money for you during the month. So that's really good. And you're usually asked with the Eight of Cups to, what you have learned, take forward with you, teach others with, spiritually, whatever you're successful in. So there's positive changes there to come around. But you have to go back into your heart by the end of the month for this to happen. Do not stay in your head all month trying to figure something out. You will figure it out. And if there is a chance that you can't figure something out, if somebody's being deceptive or there's something you can't quite put your finger on, there's going to come a point in the month where you just think, sack it, it's okay. The truth will come. The truth will come out. Everything will become clear and you will find out what it is. But don't drive yourself crazy thinking about it. Get back into your heart. By doing that, it again gives you a different perspective on things. It's an emotional cleansing as well. So maybe once you've found out whatever this deception was, or whatever you thought this deception was, or you find out what's really going on with somebody or a situation, you move back out of your head, back into your heart, and this cleansing occurs. It's emotional cleansing. It's a time of renewal for you. So it's a much happier time. It's looking at things from a new perspective, looking at things in a new way, that maybe you were struggling with before. So that's new possibilities coming in for you. Loads of new possibilities, and allowing change to happen for you and going with it. So that's your reading for this month. I hope you enjoyed it. It makes sense to you, and I love you loads. I will speak to you soon. Bye.